As I previewed yesterday on Washington Watch, the Biden administration announced today an amnesty program for illegal immigrants who are married to U.S. citizens who have been here in the country illegally for 10 years or more. Now, this amnesty comes just 2 weeks after President Biden attempted to address the border crisis created by his own policies with an executive order changing asylum rules. With the November elections approaching and a majority of voters calling for increased border security, what motive does the Biden administration have for this amnesty announcement? Joining me now to discuss this by phone, Congressman Ralph Norman. He serves on the House Rules Committee, the Budget Committee, and the Committee on Financial Services. He represents the 5th Congressional District of South Carolina. Congressman Norman, welcome back to Washington Watch.
Well, Tony, great to be with you.
So what do you make of the president's announcement today?
A travesty. It's, you keep thinking that it couldn't get worse. Well, it is. A couple of things. One, it comes on the eve of the killer of a mother with 5 children who made the mistake of going on a mountain trail. And then there was a 13-year-old girl, and all of these were the mother of 5, 38 years old, was killed by an illegal. A 13-year-old little girl was raped by an illegal. All that to say is the Biden administration is trying to save face to try to explain to the American people that he's trying to do something, but well, he's not. The fallacy in the 500,000 that he's letting in on top of the 9.4 million that he already has is the fact that who's keeping count? This administration is lawless. And the 50,000 children that are under 21, who's going to verify that? Who's going to verify where they've lived and if they've lived in America? So it's a travesty. You would think that, with the deaths and with the crime that we're experiencing now, that he would change course, but he's not. And the ones that rule him are pretty well set to control this country through illegals with voting, and he's going to continue it.
Now, even though they've put forth requirements on this, you have to be married. Of course, there's no married to a U.S. citizen. There's no time limit, whether that's a week or 2 weeks. It has to have been before yesterday. You have to have been here 10 years. But does this not, regardless of those requirements, does this not incentivize more people to come to this country illegally, hopefully hoping that another program like this will be put forth?
Oh, absolutely. And what he's trying to do, Tony, is put up barriers so that hopefully President Trump will win this election. It'll just make it harder for deportation. But that's got to happen. And President Trump has already said he's going to have a massive deportation effort going on in this country, which is going to take, 15 million to 20 million by the time this man gets through with this invasion, letting it come through. I don't know how. It's going to be a tough sell, but I know South Carolina has already been affected, and every state in the country is.
Congressman Norman, is there anything Congress can do? The president is just unilaterally doing this. What can Congress do?
Well, he's doing it through executive order, and every president has got the ability to do that. The only thing good about executive order is not permanent. It can be changed by the next administration, which it will be. But the damage that he's doing now, with the day he took office 3.5 years ago, he opened the gates up. He's bypassing Congress, and the House of Representatives has the power of the purse strings. He's bypassing us on that, because look at the cost that Americans are going to assume when this is said and done.
Well, is there anything to do on that front when it comes to the funding? I know the House you just have one chamber. The Senate obviously not going to go along with it, but is this something that the House might be able to fight over it?
Well, we could call for a vote. We could call for but see, he's doing it. The problem with Joe Biden is he just does these things. Mm-hmm. And, it's like Merrick Garland holding him accountable. He doesn't listen to the Supreme Court with the free grant of college forgiveness, loan forgiveness. He violates the Supreme Court. So is anything we can do? Practically nothing other than try to stop the money that comes through. And I'm on Rules Committee. We'll try to stop anything that legislatively that comes through that aids and abets this.
But bottom line, it comes down to elections. This fall's election.
Oh yes, it's elections. It's if we lose this election, then our freedom, our sovereignty, our democracy will go down. We'll go down the tubes. I'm convinced of that. And the sad part about it, you've got a lot of people, if that happens, a lot of good representatives that are trying to do our best. We're going to say, well, the country's lost.
Yeah.
We've got a shot at it now, and I hope and pray we come through with it. But it's another 4 years of this administration. We will have lost every freedom we've had, and the Supreme Court will be decimated, and we'll be bankrupt on top of that.
All right, Congressman Ralph Norman, out of time. I want to thank you for joining us. Always great to talk with you.